What's up, family? Hey, I'm going to continue my series on leadership. Today we're talking about secrets of leadership. It's like, I don't know how many times I've tried to record this video. Man, tried it earlier this morning a number of times and just was recording it just now. And man, it got like into 17, 18 minutes and my phone shut off. Um, Here we go again. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, Family, the secrets of leadership. It's not about how high you climb. The secrets of leadership is not about how great you look as a leader. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. The secrets of leadership is how can you get your people around you? How can you invest in them? How can you help them reach their full potential? How can you sow into their lives to help them get to where they want to go? You have to be of service to them, to the people around you. They're more important than upper management. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. See, I see so many people in positions of leadership that aren't leadership material, that are not ready for leadership, that are kissing ass and doing all kinds of stupid stuff to get promoted because they don't understand leadership. They're dogging out their subordinates and mistreating their subordinates and just talking down to them and just doing stupid stuff. But then when management comes around, man, they're all smiling, all giddy, and all wanting to kiss ass and all that other. Man, you ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? You may go somewhere, but you'll never reach your full potential. You'll never go as far as you could go. And to each their own. You know what I mean? The secrets of leadership is sowing into the lives of those around you, sowing into your subordinates, investing in them, making them your priority. And when I say that, I'm not talking about over the mission. Yes, we're going to accomplish the mission. Mission first, okay? But while we're accomplishing the mission, man, I'm investing in your life. Man, while we're completing the mission, accomplishing the mission, I'm showing you my job. I'm teaching you what I do. I'm preparing you for that next level. I'm preparing you and grooming you to get promoted. Why? Because that's what a great leader does. See, a great leader has to be secure in themselves. A great leader is secure in themselves to the point to where, man, I can help promote everybody around me and be completely satisfied and content with that. When I was in the Air Force, I heard a general say, a great leader is not judged by how many steps he's climbed. A great leader is judged by how many people he's gotten pushed up the stairs, how many people he's gotten promoted, how many people he's gotten elevated, how many people that came up under him did he groom, did he prepare to get promoted and that got promoted. That's how you judge great leadership. Great leadership is not about, oh, look at me, I'm popping my collar, I'm director of this and da 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 da, I'm CEO of this and blah 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 blah. That's not a great leader. That's not characteristics of a great leader. Characteristics of a great leader is, okay, these are my subordinates. I'm grooming you to take my job. I'm grooming you for my position. I'm grooming you for this. I'm grooming you for that. Why? Because I want you to get promoted. I want you to reach your best potential. I want you to reach your highest goal. So I'm going to ask you, what are your goals? I'm going to ask you, what do you want to accomplish? I'm going to ask you, where do you see yourself? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your career? Why? Because now I got a target. Now I know where to direct you. Now I know where to push you. Now I know where to help you. And days when you feel like giving up, days you feel like you're in your funk and you can't find your way and whoop de whoop doo, man, now I know the spots to hit you at. And what I mean hit you at, now I know what to talk to you about. Man, remember, these are the goals. Remember, these are the goals. To keep your eyes on the prize. Remember. I can't say that stuff to you if I don't know you. I can't say that stuff to you if I haven't invested any time with you. I can't say that to you if I haven't taken time to get to personally know you. But because I know you, man, now we can have these conversations. Because I know you, I know where to target you, where to push you, who to bring around you. Oh, somebody needs help in this area, man. You know what? Jerry wants to go in that area. Jerry wants to learn that. Let me send Jerry over there. Hey, you know what? You need help in this area over here? You know what? I have a troop named Sam. Man, she's bad. Let me send you Sam. Sam will be great for you. Matter of fact, she wants to work in your department anyways. I've been preparing her for your leadership. I've been preparing her for this position over here with you anyways. Let me send Sam over there to you. You have to know your people. You have to invest in your people. Years ago, um, I took all my kids hiking. It was like our thing of doing, just getting out and seeing the world. And just, I love hiking. And so this is probably like 2007. John and I went to this retreat, Ironman's retreat. And we went off to ourselves and we're hiking up this waterfall. And as we were walking, John was following me behind me. He's maybe a freshman, a sophomore in high school. And got up like quarter of a way, stepped on this rock, and it shifted, and it caused my knee to buckle. Man, it was painful. It was very painful. And I heard at that moment, allow John to lead. Let John lead, and you follow. It's like, all right. John was behind me a ways off, and I called him up, and he was like, Dad, you all right? I said, yeah, I'm good. I said, I just twisted my knee. I'll be all right. Hey, I'm going to let you lead now. And he was like, are you sure, Dad? I was like, yeah, it's your time to lead. And he was just looking at me, eyes all bugged out, because I've never put him in a position of leadership. I said, yep, it's your time to lead. I'll follow you. Man, big smile came on his face, and he was like just grinning from ear to ear, you know what I mean? And he was gone, boom. And I yelled to him, I said, John, slow down some, man. I'm hurt. And he was like, oh, yeah. Okay. And so we're walking. And he slows down some. And then we get about halfway up. And I step on another rock. And man, I twist my ankle, sprain my ankle. And I yell out to John, John, I can't go. I can't go no further. And he comes back to where I'm at. And I'm sitting on this rock. And he's like, man, you okay, Dad? And I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. And I could see the sadness in his eyes. And I said, John, I can't make it to the top, man. You're going to have to go without me. He was like, no, Dad, we're good. I said, no, John. We didn't come here just to get halfway up, you know. You got to go all the way to the top. And he was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. Go all the way up to the top. Remember how you got there. So you'll remember how to come back down. And I'll be sitting right here waiting for you. He said, okay. He went up, and I'm sitting there. And he comes back a little while later. and we leave. What does that got to do with leadership? You have to be secure in you as a leader. You have to groom your people to take over when you can't be there. You have to groom your people to be able to go further than you've gone and be secure in, hey, you know what? This is probably the highest point I'm gonna get to in my career. I'm probably plateaued out right here. And it is what it is, you know what I mean? And but man, my job is to be of service to you. How can I help you? How can I get you to where you want to go? How can I groom you and prepare you and show you that, man, the star's the limit for you? Who can I bring around you to get you there, to help train you? What books can I give you to read that's going to open up your eyes, open up your mind to a whole new way of thinking? You know what I mean? That's what great leadership is about. See, we're so stuck on, man, me, my goals and my career and how much money I'm making and blah, 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 and all this other foolishness. That's not what a leader's about. A leader is about, man, we got to get this mission accomplished first and foremost. But while we're in the process of accomplishing this mission, man, I have to prepare you how to be an effective, great leader. I have to know the people because I have to prepare somebody to take my spot. Because I understand I'm not going to be here always. And somebody has to be ready to be able to step in. And not just step in, but to take this spot to the next level. You have to be secure in you. You have to have a servant's heart, meaning you got to be willing to serve your people. Yes, there are people there and they work for us and whoop de whoop de whoop, but you have to have a servant's heart. You have to be able to say, man, how can I help you? How can you help them? Everybody don't want the same thing. Everybody don't have the same goals. You have to know your people. You got to know what their goals are. Everybody don't like public praise. You have to know your people. Knowing your people is paramount to you accomplishing your mission. You have to know your people in order to accomplish your mission as effectively as possible. Because you got to make sure that you got the right people in the right positions to get the job done. You can't just throw everybody out there and tell everybody does. Everybody has different levels of expertise. Everybody has different abilities, physical abilities, mental abilities. You know what I mean? So everybody can't do the same thing. You have to be, everybody's not willing to do the same thing. Some people will do the job just because it pays well. They have no passion about it whatsoever. They're not interested in it whatsoever. They just took the job because of the paycheck or because of the days off. Who are your go-getters? Who are those that want to move up? Who are those that want to learn and grow? You have to know your people. You have to be able to direct and guide your people efficiently. And you can only do that by being a servant to them and knowing them. For me, man, it is always taking me, it's always giving me great pleasure seeing the people underneath me get promoted and knowing that I had a hand in it, knowing that I groomed them, knowing that I prepared them for this position. I prepared them for this next level. And the trip is whether they ever thank me or not, I know what I did. They know what I did. And they've always thanked me, but there's some people that, you know what, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Don't trip out on that. You do your job. And your job as a leader is to prepare them and groom them to help them get promoted. That's your job. Your job is not just to get the mission accomplished. Your job is to prepare somebody to take your spot. Your job is to groom the next trainers, the next managers, the next supervisors, the next inventory controls, the next QAs, and all these other positions. That's your job as a leader. Your legacy will live on through them. Your style, your technique will live on through them. Your leadership qualities will live on through them. Are you passing on qualities and characteristics that are worthy of living on? Sit back and I look at my son, John. Man, this kid's traveled the world. He's 29 years old. And he's been all over Europe, Colombia, all over the United States. Man, he's doing great. You know, he's doing great. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of all my kids, you know what I mean? Because I was talking about John, that's the reason why I mentioned him now. It's our job to groom our subordinates. It's our job to prepare them. And as leaders, you have to lead by example. I talked of yesterday, in the video yesterday on leadership, when I was in prison. Not in prison, but when I worked at the prison, at Corcoran State Prison. And I took over this pod of 82 inmates and like 5 staff members, but a bunch of new hires. And it was the Valley of Dry Bones. It was dead. It was dead as hell in there, man. It was no life, nothing. And how we completely changed that environment. We completely changed the dynamics of that area. We're talking about inmates, you know, convicted felons, child molesters, rapists, gang members, drug addicts, you know, just all the people that nobody wants to believe in, people that nobody wants to, you know, talk about in society. But I learned something. I learned that people will rise to whatever the level of expectation that you have for them. I'm going to say this again. We're talking about secrets of leadership. People will rise to whatever expectation you have for them. And I don't care who they are. If I could get a group of inmates, of prisoners, of convicts, of drug addicts, gangbangers, and rapists, and racist individuals to follow me, man, to the point to where we have we do an American Idol show at the prison in our pod. And we called it the Corcoran Idol. And if you follow this video, my channel for any bit, you know I can't sing at all. At all. My singing is atrocious. You know what I mean? Um, but again, leaders lead by example. Man, some of those guys in there were so talented playing musical instruments, singing, just whatever. I'm not one of those individuals at all. But I like acting stupid. I like acting a fool. You know what I mean? And so I got up and it's like, man, I had one of my staff members and she was kind of shy and reluctant at first. Like, no, you got to learn to step outside your box. You got to learn to step outside of your comfort zone. If you want others to do that, then you have to be, as a leader, you have to be willing to do the same thing. You can't get guys to open up in group talking about real life issues if you're not prepared to do the same. If you're not ready to step outside of your fears and your comfort zones, how can you turn around and expect others to do the same? Leaders lead by example. And so we sung Tina and Marie and Rick James' Fire and Desire. I can't sing. I'm not gonna try to show y'all what I sounded like. Man, it was atrocious. It was bad. But I had fun. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm doing the most. Man, I'm doing the most. I got an extra hun on it. You know what I mean? I put an extra 100 on it. You know what I mean? I'm on the floor, just rolling around with the mic, just, just doing the most. But it made the inmates laugh. We had the assistant warden there, the captain of the yard, the lieutenant, the sergeant. Everybody came because they were like, what in the heck is this guy got going on? To where he's got all these inmates willing to do this stuff. And when they came in, they saw the show. Man, it was the craziest thing ever. Stay with me. We're talking about secrets of leadership. There were so many people crying. Crying, yes. You ever laugh so hard to where you're like rolling on the floor, your stomach hurt, you're laughing so hard you can't breathe, you're laughing so hard tears are coming down because it's so funny and you're having a blast. For that hour and a half, it was as though we wasn't even in a prison. Stay with me. We was in a prison environment. Inmates around us, guards around us, but for that hour and a half, it's as if we were magical and we were some other place. Because it was so much fun. It was so crazy. You know what I mean? Secrets of leadership. People will rise to whatever level of expectation you have for them. If you talk down to them, they ain't doing crap for you. They're going to do the bare minimum. If you don't get to know your people and inspire them and empower them to shoot for the moon, they never will. They never will. You have to be comfortable in you. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to go that extra mile. You have to be willing to give your all. They have to see you doing that. Don't just talk the talk, but do it. And when they see you leading by example, when they see you doing those things, when they hear you empowering them, when they see you putting them in positions to succeed, when they see you giving them props and giving them praise, when they see you pulling them to the side when they've done something wrong in private and correcting them and giving them a teachable moment and showing them how they could do it better, and you're doing it in private, man, that goes so far. Secrets of great leadership. It's all about the people. It's all about the people. It's never about you. It's never about you. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.